was real young. Her best friend is a skinhead chick. She knows an Asian boy named Yick. Caitlin, she is very chic, but I am still in love with a girl named Spike. A girl named Spike. And I am still in love with a girl named Spike. I am still in love with a girl named Spike. A girl named Spike.
You're listening to the I'm in Love with a Girl Named Spike, a Degrassi podcast. I'm your host, Mike Park, along with my co-host, Hannah Eagle.
Hey.
And Rick Johnson.
Hello.
Episode 204, part one of Don't You Want Me, which I think is this Simple Minds? Don't You Want Me, baby?
Hannah, you want to take a guess? That's the song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Human League.
Work?
Yeah, you're right.
Human League.
Human League.
Who did I say?
You said Human League.
No,
Did I say
you said
Simple Minds?
You said Simple Minds first, yeah.
Different.
What
different
song am I
80s.
thinking of?
Don't you forget about me?
Oh, okay. Don't You Want Me, the Human League. Yes. How does it start, Hannah?
First of all, I just have to say this is like one of my favorite episodes of the whole thing. So we're at the Nunez household.
Nunez.
But later Paige calls her Nunez.
Yeah, because she's white.
Yeah, well, so am I.
But also, Alex's mom, not her mom.
Yeah,
There's no way she is any sort of.
the resemblance has she bleached her hair, and I was like, oh yeah, they're not related.
No.
Maybe she just stole Alex as a baby, because that's how loose.
And then assumed
She
a
seems-
like a Latin tinge name to try to cover up for it. Did you get a tattoo, Hannah?
I got a temporary tattoo.
Okay.
Which I saw at the same time you did, and I was like, yeah, Alex's mom is a mess, but I do like her a lot. So Alex is like, Paige is over folding laundry, and Chad is watching the horse races on a giant
Formula F1 racing.
Formula F1, right? At on the
two wildly different things. You got your
I was
mind on
thinking
those.
of Uncle Louie.
Yeah, you got your mind on the Muskegon harness racetrack, right?
Yeah. And then the police knock on the door like very politely, and then open the door, and they're like, which I love that Paige is like, that was so cops, because the police are just like, may you please be under arrest?
Canadian cops, though.
Yeah. But he's gets arrested for credit card fraud. And then Alex is like, Paige, get out of my house.
Credit card fraud.
Mm-hmm.
But it was his credit card. He wasn't paying it, correct?
No, he was also using stolen credit cards, they say later.
Got it.
Which is kind of a big deal. That's crazy.
Wow, how much money do you think he's in for? At least $6,000.
At least $6,000 just on her card alone. So like, if he was stealing credit cards,
And seemingly he wasn't paying the rent either.
like, where was it going?
Well, I hate to
But
break the news.
wasn't he bringing home like big TVs or something?
Yeah.
One big TV.
I hate to break
Singular.
the news, Hannah. That mom definitely looks like she's on meth.
Yeah. No, I had the same thought.
Yeah.
Later, I looked at her arms and I was like, those are skinny meth arms. Also, like, it had to have taken some cooperation for him to rack up $6,000 on a credit card that was linked to her. Right?
And without her knowing.
I that would be just thinking about how my credit card works. If somebody else had access to it, I don't know. That's weird to me.
Hannah, he was paying the bill. He told her he was paying the bill.
He also like threw her child over a coffee table. I don't get where the trust is coming from.
So
that's
her boyfriend. What's his name?
Chad.
And that's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when he gets ready, he just goes, sorry, Emily.
Yeah. He knew the jig was up. Well, I'm going to go to jail where all my friends live.
Alex is a great daughter, though. I could only dream of a daughter that loved me like she loves her mom.
For real.
It's just like, I don't want to go to the shelter. Which they apparently used to live at, too.
When did they say that? This episode?
Yeah, they said it when Alice comes home after. I can't remember if it was after she got the job at Zanzibar's or when she was still working at the movie theater, and they have the eviction notice. She's like,
It's
I don't want to
after,
go.
yeah.
Okay, I don't want to go back to the women's shelter.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but we'll get into that when we get into it later, I guess.
I'm excited about these 2 episodes too, Hannah. I'll agree.
It's
Even
one of my favorites.
Yeah, even though it's pushed away from the kids in high school.
Not entirely.
Right,
Yeah.
but with the storyline being with Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been a big fan of these, and this one's kind of interesting. But this easily could have been part of the spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Degrassi, the young adult years. They could have been making twice the money with 2 different shows.
I agree.
Well, and then they would have had like 20 episode seasons.
Why? They could have kept going. Just hire more people, hire more staff, more producers, more cameramen. Just let it roll in. Let the money roll. I'm just curious what the net worth of Linda Schuyler, the creator.
There's got to be a lot.
Degrassi.
Yeah.
Millions.
You think like in the hundreds of millions?
Yeah.
Probably, huh?
Wow. Really?
Well, you
I
have
would
to
think.
Yeah, so none of these kids were getting residuals. Maybe she was. I don't know how that works.
I'm sure she was.
Yeah.
She's going to be making it forever. And even like signing on a HBO Max, the next Degrassi, like, okay, we're going to give you no creative control, but we're going to give you 2% of everything.
Probably.
She's like, yeah.
I watched
And
this,
$1 million up front.
I watched this interview with Drake, or the guy, the big kid from Josh and Drake, where
Bell?
yeah.
Josh and Drake.
Drake and Josh, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I don't get residuals. And like a bit actor was like, wait a minute, I get residuals for your show. He's like, yeah, I don't get residuals at all.
That's
because
cool.
he's the guy's American? Or
No, I think he was just a child actor and they didn't negotiate it right.
oh,
That sounds right.
And he's like, I had 3 lines on your show and I'm getting monthly residual checks.
Oh, God.
What?
That makes
And
sense
that-
for what happened to Drake Bell and like
Yeah.
Josh Peck, I feel like.
that's an American show?
Yeah, it was
Is that
on,
like a
it was on
Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
It was like a spin-off of the Amanda Show.
Or the
I
Amanda
don't-
Bynes show.
Yeah.
I don't know these shows, but I can visualize it that it's very like Liv and Maddie type of show.
I don't know what
You
that
know-
is.
What's
Liv
Liv
and
and
Maddie is Cameron Dove. I believe it's Disney Channel.
Oh, wow. So I don't even know that, but I know who Cameron Dove is. She's in The Descendants.
That's a TV
Right.
show on Netflix. Is that a TV show on Netflix?
Descendants is like a Disney Channel original movie about the kids of the Disney Channel villains, and it's a musical.
Oh, yeah. She was also in Grease, the musical, live on like Fox. You remember
Oh,
that
yeah.
a few years back?
Hmm.
But Chris Candy's sister, Jen Candy, worked on that show.
Oh, is she a
And-
stand-in?
She was a stand-up, but she got lines too.
Nice.
But she got me, my daughter, and my son. My daughter was a big fan, and we got to go see a taping of the show and meet the cast.
Nice.
And Eric Estrada was a guest that day, so got to meet
hell
him.
yeah.
And
Dreams come true. Did you get a photo?
I did. I got a photo, and I said, "Oh, I'm friends with Les and Jake." They were. They did a video.
Yeah.
You were in. He had no idea who I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. He probably
I
just
love
got a call sheet, got the check.
Exactly.
Can I ask a question?
Of course, you can
Mhm.
always ask a
Of
question.
course.
In what world is Emily Nunez getting a $6,000 credit limit if she can't pay her rent?
Yeah,
I think
that's a
credit card
really good
companies
question.
will give you anything.
No,
My
no.
God.
And no, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. Well, this is pre-collapse, maybe. But
I think so.
$6,000, and she had to have probably, let's just say there's $12,000 on that because she wasn't noticing $6,000 being spent.
But
How
also
did she not notice $6,000? That boggles my mind.
I don't think back then what was this, 2000?
Oh yeah,
2007?
maybe checking your balance wasn't
As
as
easy.
prevalent. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I guess that does kind of make
you
sense.
had to wait for the bill to show up.
Which, if he was hiding the bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He was
All right,
Mm,
Chad
all
Kent.
right. I take back the bad things I said about Alex's mom. I don't take back them all.
I still think she's on meth.
And maybe Chad is like providing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we kind of pushed through after the opening credits, didn't we?
Yeah. Snooze. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
when-
Chad's been fired for 6 weeks pretending to go to work. I love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Rick,
Emily spent the night at the cop station.
Yep.
do you want to take it from Emma and Manny? Did we talk about?
No, we haven't talked about that. So Emma and Manny wants to be her roommate in college. Emma's like, nah, I want to live with Sean.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Manny's eyebrows are strange and new. They're like very different. This episode.
Okay, I got to look at that. Hold on.
I
Let me look at that.
like when she's like, look at my future, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that too.
I can't even tell what's different. Did she shave them and pencil them in?
They're tiny now.
Do you like tiny eyebrows?
No, it's like
No, but
Alex. I mean,
used to
it's
have
like
'em.
oh no, Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. Remember Ashley's pencil thin eyebrows?
God, well, she's the best. The queen of Degrassi, Ashley. I love her, especially early Ashley. Season 1, season 2,
Yeah.
the best.
Isn't it
Total
funny that Ashley
confident.
made out with Sean at one point?
She made out with everybody.
High on acid.
She's a player. She's a
Yeah.
player. Do you see, the thing is, I hate that you haven't watched Seinfeld, because when you're talking about eyebrows, the first thing I'm thinking about is Uncle Leo. Do you know what I'm talking about, Rick?
Yeah.
You know which episode? God.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
fa-
Hannah can't play. Can't play the game.
Or
That's okay.
in Look Who's Talking, when the kid's like grabbing that grandpa's eyebrows.
I haven't seen Look Who's Talking.
What?
Is that a movie?
Yeah, John Travolta, Christy Alley.
Is it like a baby that's like talking?
Yes.
I haven't
But-
seen it.
It's not like physically talking. It's just in the mind of the child.
You know, with that picture
narrated.
behind you, Mike, it looks like you're just at a strip club.
You're at Zanzibar's right now?
How do you spell Zanzibar?
I didn't
All
spell it.
A's.
I didn't spell it like it is in the show. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. XANZA.
So Zanzibar's has to be a real place.
You think?
Yeah, unless they paid for somebody to animate that on, but Zanzibar, that it was like neon everywhere.
Oh yeah, you're right. And speaking of Zanzibars, I love Jay's girlfriend,
Mel.
Mel. I love Mel. I think she's
So
so nice.
Club Zanzibar is an adult entertainment nightclub and local landmark found in Toronto's Yonge Street Strip.
So that's
one of the-
that's a good gig.
Yeah.
Well, they probably let them use the building for free if they advertise. We got to show the signage, maybe. They're like, hey, would you be down for this? And they're like, oh, hell yeah.
It doesn't seem like good press for Zanzibars.
Well,
true, too.
so Zanzibar has its own Wikipedia page. Let me read you something.
Oh.
Yeah, please.
The Zanzibar has appeared in numerous Hollywood films, such as The Incredible Hulk. It was also on a few episodes of Degrassi, season 6, episode 18 and 19. It has also featured in unusual lawsuits, including one involving a man who sued his wife, a former Zanzibar stripper, for knowingly infecting him with HIV.
Whoa. God.
That's intense.
Yeah. Knowingly infecting him. I want to read about that case.
That is evil. That is evil. There's got to be a YouTube doc on that.
For sure.
Did Alex quit the movie theater and is now back?
I
Yeah.
don't know. It seems that way because when Paige shows up. Also, I miss dearly the days of just roaming around trying to find your friends. You know, like
Pre-cell phone,
pre-cell phone, just being like, maybe they'll
riding
be
your bike.
just in a car. It's like,
Which
all right.
which scene are you talking about?
when Paige shows up to the concession stand at the movie theater,
Mm-hmm.
when she's like, you know, clearly has been like looking for Alex.
Yeah.
But like I missed that where it's like, oh, let's just go to Denny's, see who's there.
They're probably there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do miss that a little bit. I'm so old now. Life has turned strangely awkward or awesome. Could be all of the things, all the emotions, the highs and lows of life with technology. I don't really care anymore. I'm very content just doing this podcast forever and never leaving my home. I'd be happy with that. Is that
Me too.
is it aim high? Am I aiming high with my skills, life skills?
What else is there?
Do that. There isn't. When you have viewership and listenership like we do,
Really
What-
loyal
what-
couple
what-
people.
what else?
Ranking in the Bucks. Ranking
God, I
in
do
the
wish
Bucks.
we were ranking in the Bucks.
We got to figure out how. I bet we could rank in some bucks and give everything to Hannah. We've talked about it
Give
before.
everything to me.
I think we're lazy because no one wants to take the initiative of trying to do a Patreon or trying to do something where we
I'm
can
not-
earn
What
I'll
some
would
tell
we
money.
do?
I'll tell you this, I'm not going to be in charge of that fucker.
What's
Yeah,
a
that's-
Patreon again? That's like where you post private shit.
Membership, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do Hannah. You could be doing like reels, like your Degrassi reels. There's a lot of stuff you could do that. I've seen podcasts way smaller than us have Patreon. So I'm like, well, you got a Patreon? It's insane.
Well, you know what I will say? When I did go live on TikTok and I was just watching episodes, people
Mhm.
seem to enjoy that.
Well, you should be doing something like that.
Yeah.
Record yourself. Go, Hannah. Mystery Science Theater
Yes.
style watch through with Hannah Eagle of the part 1 of Don't You Want Me, like something like that. I think people would totally do it. You're a
Yeah.
star. I just
am.
push you. I just push you in all the socials. I just say, Hannah here.
It really is, yeah. Like my TikTok. Sometimes I go on Instagram and I'm like, oh, that's me.
Yay.
Yay.
I love it. I love
I
just
was today trying to find a place to like a new place to get my episodes from. I won't say more than that, but I'm running into some snags.
HBO now is HBO Go, isn't that?
Well, I can't like edit those.
you can't rip it.
Yeah.
So YouTube, you're able to rip the footage off of it.
Mhm.
You can't do it off Tubi?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, wait. Let's talk about some things real quick. Let's go off the rails for a second.
Okay.
Hannah, review of
3
o'clock high.
I knew it. And the thing is, so I forgot we were recording today till 2 p.m. And I was like, oh, I look like hammered shit like 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh, I better shower and watch this episode real quick. And I was like, what if I didn't watch this episode or shower? And
And
I
we
just
just talked
watched all
about-
of Hot Tub Time Machine. And I thought that would be so funny, but I was like, no, you should watch the episode. 3 o'clock high, loved it.
It's great.
Loved it. I don't know why it's not more well known.
It's well
the
known with
extras
our
alone.
circles. Yeah, name all the hit makers.
Who's your
before
favorite
the hit
character?
makers.
My favorite character. Well, I loved the little sister who looked like 45.
No, she didn't. She was
Yes,
age
she
appropriate
did.
for that. She was age appropriate.
No,
for
I
that.
knew she was a 16, but her hair and her face, and her clothes, she looked 45.
Yeah.
And Jerry looked, I said 30, but you said no, he's 25, and I was like, okay, but 25.
Well, I mean,
in the
that's only
80s.
5 years. 5
Yeah,
years.
and in the 80s is 30.
Yeah.
Favorite character.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Well, God, there's so many good. Buddy is just amazing.
Buddy's amazing. And really does look like he could kill people.
Sure. I love when he just starts knocking people out. Like
Mhm.
that, like the security guards come in,
Just like
just
bam.
knocks him out.
Oh, okay. You know who I do love? I loved the kid from the statistics class who was running the bets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the bookie guy. I liked him.
But you were pulling out like some stars. You're like, oh, this is so and so from this.
It was like first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
Nancy Cartwright's in it.
Nancy Cartwright, who plays Lisa, right?
Mhm.
Saw her in the first 2 seconds, didn't see her again.
Wait, I got that wrong. Nancy Cartwright doesn't play.
Nancy
Lisa, right?
Cartwright, I think, is Bart,
Yeah, Nancy Cartwright is Bart.
but I don't remember the name of the lady.
No, Nancy Cartwright is Lisa.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Lisa Simpson from. She was on. She was on the show on Fox.
No,
also.
Nancy Yardley Smith is Lisa Simpson.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah. But that's who was in.
Yeah, that's who we're
3 O'Clock
thinking.
High.
Yeah.
Yes. And a young Paul Feig, saw him again. 2 seconds on screen. Who else? Oh, people were in there. I just can't remember all of them.
I think about like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. How many people were in that became
Mhm.
stars? All unknowns, and it was like everyone was a star. Even people who didn't have lines, like Nicolas Cage and Eric Stoltz. They had no
Yeah.
lines.
They were just in the back of the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, Nicolas Cage was definitely working at the fast food restaurant, and then Stoltz was one of the stoners, friend of Spicoli.
Yes.
What a great movie that is.
Jeffrey Tambor is in it.
I don't know who
In
that
3 O'Clock
is.
High.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very young too.
Arrested Development, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So good. Yeah, it's a hit movie. Did you watch it with Britt or solo?
I watched it solo, which I think was perfect. I was like very out of it, and I watched it. It's great because pretty much his alarm goes off at the beginning of the movie, and things don't stop happening.
No, it's a very bad day for Jerry.
Relentless till the very end. I loved when he broke in and destroyed the school store, and then Jeffrey Tambor comes in and he's like, who would do this? He's like almost crying.
How much money was that that school store? It was a lot of money, right? It was like $300 or something like that.
I think it was $450. And then later his friend gets the money back and he's like, but I gave 100 of it to the guy that got beat up by
Jerry was not happy about that.
And then I also love his friend like purposely gave Jerry that assignment to interview that like kid. Oh, so funny. Oh, 3 O'Clock High, guys.
You gotta watch it.
If you are obviously everyone listening is a Degrassi fan, we highly recommend 3 O'Clock High. It's an insane movie, especially if you like 80s style movies like Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Valley. Well, not even Valley.
Very
Girl.
John Hughesy too.
Very John Hughesy for sure.
Yeah.
Such a great movie. Like 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, way better than Better Off Dead.
Whoa.
Way better to me. It had way more going for it.
It's a lot. Well, Better Off Dead's pretty absurd. I think.
Yeah.
It's a different beast.
This movie had a lot more like focus. I was like, it's just this kid's gonna get the shit kicked out of him unless he figures out a plan. And
did you scream, not to spoil it, at the end
when he kicked that guy's ass? Yeah, it was crazy, especially when that kid knocked out the principal. The principal comes in and is like, the fighting will stop, and then the bully just hits him so hard he
rails him.
Wait, and the school security guard comes out and he knocks his ass out too, who was Skinner from X-Files. That was the other one.
Yes, so good. Love it. Let's jump back in here because
I could keep talking about it. Okay,
Rick has to leave. What? Just the party. It looks like a fun party that Paige is hosting.
Yeah.
Her homecoming party, which seemingly, since they've had 8 people move in and out of this house, have had endless homecoming parties. Every party's a homecoming party.
But nothing as classy as this. Like there looks like good food and
feel like puff pastry.
But she's hosting. Like she's walking around with a tray of cookies. Like
that's what Paige does, though.
Yeah, that would be sick to go to a party like that. And I'll just say this on behalf of you two, because I know you guys will agree. LaBelle's girlfriend, I love her.
She's the best.
Mel.
She's the
best. That's what I'm saying.
Is her name Mel?
Yeah.
not to turn it to a hot tub time machine talk, but she looked so much like there's a character in Hot Tub Time Machine, the wife of when they're betting on the 49ers game or the Broncos game, the wife of the bad guy that's supposed to,
I don't remember.
oh, whoa, all right, she looked like that woman. I was like, oh hell yeah, that woman. That's not
She was also giving me like Tara Reid,
a little bit.
like American Pie vibes.
I can see that.
Mhm.
I liked her because she's a little like street savvy, but I feel like a good person.
Yeah, she
Is
had
it-
her head on pretty tight.
Yeah, she ain't stripping at Zanzibar. She's just a waitress.
No.
She's not
Although the
selling-
waitresses there seemed like they were having a good time.
yeah.
I like the woman who, I guess, interviewed Alex.
Yeah.
Like her dressed and just smiling and just application in one hand and then handshake, like you got the job.
Yeah. And all she said was, all the girls here are friends.
I like when Alex is going to talk to Mel and she's like, yeah, I can't remember that character's name. She's nice, but watch out for and then Vlad walks up and I'm like, this is gonna be a situation like the movie Fame where Alex is gonna have to give Vlad a blowjob.
Oh God, that is how it felt. He really flew out like a bat.
There's no way around the fact that if you are an older male and you own a strip bar and are part of the day-to-day business dealings of that strip bar, there's no way you're not gross.
Yeah.
It's impossible. The reason why you're in this business is because you're gross.
Yeah.
And Vlad,
It's gross.
perfect.
Never does anything that bad either. That's the weirder part, is that he does seem so gross, but all he does is go like, first of all, he says, you're prettier than all my dancers. And I was like, what a rude thing to say about his dancers, even though Alex is very pretty. And then she's like, no, thank you. And he's like, very well, and flies away.
You know what I would have really
Alex
liked?
is our new surfer.
Welcome, Alex. You are prettier than many of my dancers.
What I would have liked is when, Alex makes the decision, or there should have just been a money-making montage to the song, The Future's So Bright, I Gotta Wear Shades.
Mm-hmm.
Timbuk 3.
Timbuk 3.
It's
Oh my
so
God.
sad that she's so ashamed, but you know what would have been
This
kind of
is
more
Vlad.
fun?
Hi, the owner. Alex is our new surfer.
Welcome, Alex.
Welcome, Alex.
You are prettier than many of my dancers.
Thank you. Alex, this is Vlad. Hi, the owner. Alex is our new surfer.
Welcome, Alex. You are prettier than many of my dancers.
I love the laugh. She's like, it's a nervous laugh. Oh, that's kind of, it's thanks for the compliment at the same time. Don't rape me.
Don't
It's
touch
a
me
little-
and don't
it's
follow
a-
me home.
Yeah.
It's a fearful laugh. Vlad, I love his facial hair. What is this? If you have facial hair right under your bottom lip, is there a name for that?
Flavor saver.
Flavor saver?
It is a flavor saver because that's where the food falls.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Holy moly. So he's got a flavor saver. Man, I'm learning things. Even my older age, I'm learning new things.
That's good.
Mall grab.
Oh, did you? Who taught you about mall grabbing?
You did earlier
Okay.
in our podcast. I'm just soaking up knowledge. I didn't know about mall grab. Now I know because of Rick. Now I know about flavor saver because of Rick. He's a very smart man, Hannah. No college degree either. No college degree.
Dropped out.
Self-taught.
Dropped out for rock
From
and
where?
roll.
What university were you going to?
Well, I went to a community college.
Oh, that's not
Then
dropping out.
then I went to art school.
Oof.
Art school was a 4-year university private school, so that was a legit school.
Yeah.
Art school for what? Illustration, for
Graphic design.
graphic design. Do you know how to do graphic design?
Yes.
Oh,
But I haven't done it in like 15 years. So
but you
like
can
riding a
still do
bike.
it. Why do you live in? If you lived here, I'd hire you for Asian Man. You would work at District Recording. Just load up the truck and move to Beverly. Come on. Gosh, it would be,
Oh.
or better yet, I should just relocate to Grand Rapids and have you
Yeah.
run Asian Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hannah could come too.
yeah, sure.
But
If my living situation is so good here, like I wouldn't be able to find my
no,
situation
No,
for
you-
under $2,000. You know,
no. Oh, for $2,000, you'd maybe get a closet here in the Bay
yeah,
Area.
yeah, it's not worth.
It's a shame. I mean, if I was smart, I would relocate to Grand Rapids.
But you own your house outright. You're just paying taxes, right?
Yeah, and low taxes too,
Yeah.
because I bought it for so cheap. But if I could probably rent it for $5,000 a month. That's like
Yeah.
low on the low scale. Move to Grand Rapids, buy a baller house, just like baller house. What could I get for 800,000?
Well, so Jessica and her friend Ann and I were talking about this specifically because of you, where like she was like she was like, we need to get somebody with a house on this, buy a house on this lake, right?
Yeah.
So like we were paddleboarding, and I was like, let's convince Mike Park to do it.
Man, I bet that lake is cold in the winter.
Yeah, but it's freezes over, ice skate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds GAY, Hannah.
Or move to
Ice
Muskegon.
skating, all
Move to-
ice skating.
Just kidding.
Move to
Am I, though?
Muskegon.
Muskegon, you crazy, bro. I ain't going to that little hick town. Grand
Ice
Rapids.
skating is gay.
Grand
Ice,
Rapids
Go
is
back.
progressive.
well, Muskegon's progressive too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, they voted blue. But I so want to take you to Muskegon.
I kind of
Mike,
want to go.
I'll next summer I'll fly you out,
Oh,
and then I'll take
I either
you
want to
out.
live there. I don't want to fly. I don't want to fly there. Either I'm going to live there. Or I'm not going there ever.
Wow.
It's one or
It's
the
all
other.
or nothing.
You
all
and
or nothing.
Moses can come. Monica's not allowed.
Oh boy, you said a hard 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
You need to be
20
done with
minutes.
this.
Yeah.
We got to hurry up.
20 minutes. We haven't even talked about Emma making up her own pregnancy.
So she's basically, she made that up because she doesn't want Sean to go to the military, right?
Yeah, and it almost seems like she convinced herself.
Yeah,
She's
it's
smart.
wild.
She's got evil tendencies beyond
She's
belief.
a bad person.
Yeah,
He is a bad person.
I love Sean showing up in that snowstorm.
Me too.
Emma's just manic.
It seemed like real
And
snow.
waiting outside for hours, seemingly, in a leather jacket. He's been crying, it looks like.
Yeah. And you
And-
know what else from this B plot? It's kind of a snooze just because it's not really anything happens, but well, we find out Sean's joined the military, so not nothing. But I love that when he tells Snake and Spike, Snake is like, great,
Yeah,
good.
Well, I
because
think
they know.
yeah.
They know it's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to show my ignorance on the Canadian military, but what skirmishes are they in? Right? Look.
It's Degrassi v. Wasaga Beach.
I mean,
Storm to the Wasaga Beach.
the military would be foolish not to grab him. He can deafen people in their ears.
He's built for it, and he could fix a tank.
Yeah, that's what
Anywhere.
I was about to say. He's mechanical.
Yeah,
That's always beneficial.
tough, mechanical.
So
That's it.
I don't want to gloss over Alex's mom. What's Alex's mom's name again?
Emily.
Emily.
Emily with kids. So there's an eviction notice folded up on the table and her stuffing coins, thinking the thought process is how much money am I going to find in this?
First of all, yeah, she goes up to the landlord and that thing jingles. He's gonna be like, no.
Well, you're forgetting that in Canada, their ones and twos are
Oh.
coins.
Right.
I didn't see any
Where does
lineage
she
or
work?
tinnies.
I don't
Do you know
know.
where she works?
She couldn't get a raise.
I wouldn't give her a raise either.
She's willing to work double shifts, she said.
But so where does she work? I'd love to know. wonder if this is online anywhere.
I'm thinking she works at like a.
She works at like a Shoppers, like a grocery store.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
Oh, that
makes a lot of
right.
sense. Yeah,
I use the
Jesus.
for the people that don't know, that Shoppers is a Canadian chain.
It's like a
Boy.
Acme, right?
What is that, an East Coast thing?
Acme.
Yeah, it's
I
like
guess it must be ShopRite.
Yeah, ShopRite, Safeway.
Um,
What's yours, Fred Meyer out there, Mike?
Who,
What's your
me?
what-
No,
yeah,
we're Safeway. We're Safeway.
Yeah, Fred Meyer must be Pacific Northwest.
something very fun on the Alex Nunez Degrassi wiki page is all of her nicknames given to her by everyone.
Lexi.
Yeah, so Lexi by everyone. Then Lextasy
Yeah, her
is
stripper.
stage
Ooh.
name.
Oh, that's.
And then Bitter Loner, self-appointed. There's a lot of self-appointed ones. Queen of Don't Need J is self-appointed. Skank by Hazel.
Not nice, but
Not
Desperate
true.
Times has hit. God, what a good daughter! Alex is a good daughter. Like her mom.
She knows she's
stuffing
going to be on the.
coins.
She knows she's going to be on the street.
Who?
She doesn't want to go back to the shelter, but she's
No.
willing to strip. And when she does,
She's not willing to strip yet.
well, it's in her mind because she's wearing.
Yeah,
a
well, it's
little
in her. Yeah.
skirt.
Well, no, not
watching-
yet. It's not in her mind until she gets cashed out from Vlad, and she sees the amount of money she makes, and then whatever stripper she's looking at gets cashed out so much more. And she's like,
Okay,
all right.
I'm watching this live right now. Mom stuffing coins, crying. Alex very concerned.
I'd
Next
give
scene.
her a slap. If I walked in and
Next-
she was crying,
Is the next
No,
scene where she's in a
she-
miniskirt dancing?
Yeah, next scene is Mel in the house with Alex watching the fitness video with
It's not a
stripper
fitness
poles.
fitness, stripper pole.
Stripper
Stripping at
pole
home. Yeah.
fitness.
you know who
Red
in a
leather
perfect
skirt.
world Mel would be, even though I love Mel. Don't get me wrong. Amy.
It should have been Amy,
It should have been Amy.
I
But
disagree
I
with
like
that.
Mel.
but she wouldn't. She wouldn't have been dating Mike, Jay.
Jay.
Anymore.
No. Not after what she got. What everyone got.
Well, apparently everybody got HIV from Zanzibar's.
Mhm.
I'm confused because are you okay at this point after the money rolling with coins? Is Alex not preparing to be a stripper now? Right away.
She is thinking about it. She's not preparing.
The turn comes when
The turn comes when she gets cashed out.
when she gets cashed out and her mom says, I tried to get the extension from the landlord, apparently by hitting on him or her.
Well, yeah, she was gonna sleep with the landlord to get the extension.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
yeah, she might have been joking, but
Yeah, she's like, I guess he doesn't fancy me as much as I thought he did.
yeah,
Is that when she's crying?
she's always crying.
Yeah, she's so the coin rolling scene, she's at the dining room table. The
Mhm.
hitting on the landlord scene, she's on the couch.
I'm
You
looking
know who
for
I also wanted to meet is that dancer that they kept pointing that was like kept on being shown.
Yeah,
I wanted them to
because
talk
they didn't want to
her.
pay for another person.
Yeah. It all went to Vlad.
That must be an entirely different scene then, Rick, because she's at the dining room table during that scene. I'll find it. I need to hear her say that.
Yeah, dining room
It's
table
very
comes
important.
and then the couch scene is when she finds out that they didn't get the extension and she says, I know what to do.
No,
No.
Alex rolls in. It's right. It should be right after she gets cashed out, I believe.
Okay.
What are you looking for, audio, or you just want to see it?
Audio, and I want to see. What do you like the room that's labeled "This Way to Paradise"?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, I love Zanzibar's.
Oh my god!
When
I wonder if-
so I'm going to Toronto again in the end of this month. I'm gonna try to do some.
Go to
singing.
Zanzibar's.
I'm gonna try to find Zanzibar's.
We got to go together.
You want to come up?
Or 100%.
I would 100% go to Zanzibar's. I wonder if Sugar Bush would be there.
Is this the cashing out scene?
Yeah, so there's no
Ju-
audio. It's
Just
the flipping of the money.
imagine Timbuk 3 over that. the fucking saxophone, harmonica just blasting.
Hate that song. Oh,
You hate that song? It's
Hate
the
it.
it's a classic.
I have it on vinyl though.
Montage. You bought it?
Yeah.
Ah, fool.
Anything alternative I bought.
Reading it. It adds up. You're anorexic again, aren't you?
No. Sean, you're not even close. I'm pregnant.
Dum dum.
Dun, dun,
The look,
dun.
the look on Sean's face. Just what?
He can't handle it.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Mom's up. Mom's on the couch now. Mom's
Shut
on.
now.
When did she say it?
just play it when the mom's on the couch. It's
Okay.
right. It's quick.
You think there were members at the women's shelter?
We're not going back there, Mom. Ever.
Electric
I know
piano.
what to do.
Okay, I got it.
How did it go with the building manager? Get that extension?
I tried.
You tried what? What did you do?
Well, turns out he doesn't have a thing for me after all.
Damn, dude. That's just like she's willing to do anything to house her daughter. That's love.
Well, I think it's a twofold. I mean, she doesn't want to go back to the women's shelter. Alex is
Yeah.
old enough to not live at home right now.
Yeah.
But she's
She
there
doesn't
to help
need-
her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex is a good daughter. That mom
Yeah.
is not a good mom.
That mom is
She's
not a good
trying her
mom. I also
best.
don't think her mom does care about her that much.
I disagree. I disagree.
Chad threw Alex over a coffee table. That was like 2 years ago. And he's still
mom-
there racking up
the
credit card
mom-
bills.
Is young. It's funny because like real life happening right now is I know a similar situation like this going on with a friend of my daughter's.
She's stripping.
No, well the daughter's too young to strip. She's only 14 right now, but the mom is only 36 and dating a loser guy who just lives at the apartment for free. And they fight constantly and comes and leaves, breaks up, and very unhealthy. That's what it reminds me of. And that would suck.
I mean,
But the
yeah,
mom
life
is so
does
young.
happen.
She wants companionship. I understand. She's still a kid herself. So I'm guessing Alex's mom is like 40-ish.
Yeah.
She's lived some hard years. She maybe
Yeah, she's still on meth too.
let's get ready. Alex is ready to go on stage. Let's see what she says.
Hold on. Before that, let's just stop.
Yeah.
Emma and Sean take a pregnancy test. It's negative because there's no baby.
And then
John
he
is
goes,
stoked.
woohoo!
Yeah. And then Emma's like, there could be many false positives.
And she's like,
What do
We
we
have to
do?
talk.
We need to talk. Then I would have said, listen, lady, we need to go to the hospital and you're going to take another test if you don't trust this test.
yeah. Yeah. And she's even going, she's like, I never thought I'd abort, but I guess let's. And he's like, what? No. It's negative. Crazy.
Crazy.
It's one of the only pregnancy tests in like the Degrassi universe that has come back negative.
The sad thing about the pregnancy thing is I know people who've used that. Like I know women who have used that flex to like try to stay in a relationship. Like I'm pregnant. Like, oh.
Ooh.
And I'm sure you guys must know someone who's done this or have heard of someone, like a friend of a friend.
It happened on Glee.
Mhm. That people are use this storyline a lot
Oh,
because it
sure.
happens. It's
Sure,
a real life thing.
But like Emma shouldn't be doing that.
No, both. I could be wrong, but she's on the pill. And Sean
Yes.
said they used a condom as well.
Mm-hmm.
Double protection.
Double protection.
Double protection. Okay, here we go.
Vlad just let you. No audition? Apparently I have natural
No
talent.
audition.
Might as well use them.
He's putting her on stage, no audition. I
So
didn't
you
realize
just
that.
changed your mind? I've changed it for me, Mel. Lexi,
Lexi.
I have seen so many girls do this. If you go out there, it changes you.
Lex, Mel's a good person too.
But how how long has Alex been working at the strip? How long has Alex been working at Zanzibar's? And how good of a friend is Alex to Mel that she is calling her Lexi already?
Well,
I
obviously,
don't
they
know.
become
I
friends
was
real
curious
quick.
about that too. I was like, did Alex know Mel before Jay brought her to that party? I guess she must have.
Do they introduce her as Lextasy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we got to hear that.
Welcome to the
It's-
stage, newcomer Lextasy.
Here we go. Did they already announce her?
She's in the dressing room when they announce it.
Okay, let's go back.
Lexi is.
Like the music.
You missed it.
You missed it.
Gosh darn it. Sorry, Rick.
She did. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's boring. I wanted like a grand, like,
Well, the announcer says Lextasy, and then
Yeah.
Alex says, "This is Lextasy."
yeah,
She
but
didn't
it
even
was
have an
very
audition
like,
or a rehearsal. How do they gonna know her
He-
signature moves?
Here's the deal, Hannah. You missed
What?
a very important thing about the audition. I think the audition is a blowjob.
No.
Yes.
For who? Vlad?
Glad.
No way.
why do you think? Why do you think that?
That's what happens. Haven't you ever seen The Sopranos?
No,
Oh,
but I should.
yeah.
No, but I did see what's that movie that Demi Moore was in?
Striptease.
Oh my god.
Oh, G.I. Jane. Yes.
Oh, G.I. Jane. Oh, Ghost.
Oh, Charlie's Angels 2, Full Throttle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hannah.
Did you know that Whoopi Goldberg won an Oscar for Ghost?
Yes.
What was going on with that year?
Well
Yeah.
deserved.
Was it?
You didn't watch Hot Tub Time Machine yet, have you?
No, but it's on my. Like I said, I was gonna watch it today, but maybe I can watch it next.
Yeah.
I was
She
maybe
should have
just
won
gonna
an
restart
Oscar
Twin
for
Peaks.
Color Purple. Whoopi should
Honestly,
have.
yeah.
No, not for
Didn't
Ghost.
Oprah Winfrey win a Oscar?
She did.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She did. That's it. Rick, it is 5 minutes of grace period that you can just relax before you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to start
Little
your
vacation.
work day.
I've been working all day.
I have not. I need to kick into work. Sorry to go off so much, go off topic, everyone. So
Next
much.
week
I
we'll
hope-
talk about Hot Tub Time Machine.
I hope,
Amen.
yeah, if Hannah watches it, but I hope you are enjoying us going off topic. If you don't, who gives a shit, really? We're doing this for fun.
Honestly,
You know, we don't even put commercials up on our YouTube page.
which we could.
We
We should put them every 2 minutes.
We
Can't
can't.
you put
We
one?
don't have enough subscribers.
No, we
Oh,
could.
really?
We could if we wanted to. We choose not to.
Yeah, Rick, what are you talking about?
We choose to have few subscribers.
I've been turning down Audible left and right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Until next week. Have a beautiful day. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.